Usually when people ask about Turkey, I say negative things because I'm from Turkey. It's my own country. And I think you do have a bias against your own country because you usually see the negative things. And Turkey has been going through a lot right now. And in terms of economics, it has become more and more difficult to recommend people to come to Turkey because it is getting more and more expensive. But today I was looking at this scholarship and I thought, well, Koç University is a really good university in Turkey. It's in Istanbul. It has high tuition fees, but this scholarship covers up to 100% of tuition fee. And when the tuition fee is covered, Istanbul, for example, is not as expensive to live in as, I don't know, any country in Europe or any state in the United States. So I think this is a very accessible to university for a lot of people. And yeah, studying in Turkey has its own issues. Well, in terms of foreign students, the countries are kind of like racing each other to be more problematic. For example, it would be more difficult to say you can come to study in Turkey compared to United States. It's not like that anymore. USA has become even more problematic. So yeah, this is undergraduate international merit scholarships at Koç University in Turkey. This is for bachelors. You can apply for all subjects, all nationalities. It's in Istanbul. So for this, you have to have an application featuring your SAT, IB, A-level score or equivalent. It doesn't give you a threshold that like you have to have at least this. It just like apparently they use that to evaluate you. Unfortunately, you can use this for School of Medicine, but other programs are fine. Tuition fees, this is about $10,000 right now. But again, this scholarship covers the tuition fee. So you would have to spend like maybe $600 or something like that to live in Istanbul if you're interested in studying in Turkey. Some people are asking about that, and I'm usually very, very, very negative, which is not really fair if I'm being honest. It is more affordable to live in Istanbul than to live in Hong Kong, for example. So I think a full tuition scholarship might make it more accessible for a lot of people than a full tuition scholarship in Hong Kong. So I also wanted to give at least some information about this opportunity. Ayman, do you want to say anything about this? Or maybe like studying in Turkey in general?
Yeah, I really don't know much about studying in Turkey, and I think you would know way more than I do about that. But Koç University seems to be a great university that promotes international education. All universities that provide scholarships to international students are always something good to consider. Probably Koç University wouldn't be as competitive as some of the universities in other countries, but I would still assume that it's very competitive. The Turkish government scholarship is also an amazing scholarship, and I think that there are many placements at Koç University. Turkey remains one of the countries that still promote international education, despite what you mentioned every week about the inflation and how the numbers don't really represent the reality of things. And there is a lot of fluctuation. Sometimes you find numbers that change every so often. So that's also something to always keep in mind, the economic state of certain countries when you see numbers of or about the cost of living. So take that with a grain of salt because they might change a little bit. They might go up. So you need to have a fail-safe all the time. So you need to prepare enough or sufficient funds to accommodate those changes.